Hi, Mike Friendly Auctioneer. I've seen some comments on Facebook and otherwise, and even got a text message about various auctions you see on TV. I would divide them into maybe two categories. One, um, dramatical, staged, uh, planned out auctions, storage wars. There was a show where an auctioneer showed up. There wasn't anybody there bidding anything significant. The people were harmed and what have you. Um, in other words, these are done in a highly staged, orchestrated fashion for some drama. And to suggest that, well, this hurts the auction industry, I would say there's a chance it does, because not everybody knows it's drama, but auctioneers should know this is all drama, all made up, all staged, choreographed. If there's nobody at that auction, that's because they didn't tell anyone about the auction, or they had a crew there, or took lined people up and said, you and you can come to the auction, the rest of you can go home, that kind of thing. Staging call, if you will, that that type of thing. It's just I had a really good auction here in Columbus maybe 6 years ago, Columbus, Ohio, and we had maybe 500 people there. Really good prices, some out-of-town folks that had traveled, say, 3 and 4 hours, trucks and cars parked down the street and around the corner. As far as the eye could see, the seller and the attorneys and everybody involved were elated that we had such a great event. It was well advertised, well marketed. I can say that because we saw to it. Did we have any media there? Did we have any news coverage of that? That's not something that's going to garner attention. That's how an auction should go. Dramatical, drama, unusual, weird, different. That's what you find in these shows. I sell a lot of storage units, not as a regular occupation, but I've sold my share of them. And how many times do we find a Civil War helmet, or a sword from the Roman Empire, or a safe full of $100 bills stacked as high as you can see? You don't see that. It's exceptionally rare. Do you see it on TV? You see it all the time. Oh my gosh, somebody left. That type of stuff. So on the one side, if it is a program or a series or some sort of dramatical performance, it's all done to draw attention to something unusual or different, and you wouldn't necessarily expect a standard auction. You'd expect something unusual. Now, the other side of television, cable mostly, is that collector car auctions, or high-end artwork, or a special event of a celebrity's death, and we're selling the remaining assets, if you will. That's done where the auction is taking place and it's telecast. Now, I'm tempted to say, well, there's no choreographing that type of auction. There's no, that's just straight up, here's the video and off we go. But I can tell you, because I know some of the guys that sell in those venues, even those auctions have to address it being on television. They have to bid call for a certain time until there's a television break. They're going to sell certain cars at certain times because of television. In other words, television affects the auction. It doesn't make it overly dramatic. It doesn't change the nature of the auction, but there is coordination between the auction company, the auctioneers, and the television crew and production crew. There has to be. But those are believable. What's selling there is really selling. I think almost without exception, everything there is genuine, real. It's not done in a dramatic fashion. The storage lien auction where they find $1 million stuffed behind a sofa, that's staged. That didn't happen. And if they're telling you it happened, it didn't Those are all choreographed to get attention so that you tune in next week to see what they find behind the sofa in the storage unit the next week. And isn't it interesting? They always find these fascinating finds that people just abandon in storage units or otherwise. So we got, on the one hand, programs that are written to get attention, to point out something unusual or different or what have you. They are all, and I mean all, choreographed. And then there's auctions, high-end, as I mentioned, collector car, artwork, celebrity behind it, that type of thing, where those are telecasts of, the television is showing you that auction, and those are not choreographed. They're coordinated, but they're not choreographed. Mike Brantley, Auctioneer. Pleasure to be with you here today. Hope you're having a great day. Other videos right on this page and others forthcoming. Have a wonderful day and take care.